This is Stephanie Graham of CompleteMortgageProcessing.com, and you're listening to the Mortgage Training Spot, the only mortgage training podcast that gives you realistic, reliable information that you can use today. Today's episode topic is contract processor skills. We'll focus on communication today. Successful contract processors are masters of communication. They interact with so many parties to the loan that it's essential that they have the ability to do it clearly and concisely. It's important to remember that emails, memos, letters, and fax cover sheets have comments that are brief. Additionally, irrelevant data shouldn't be included in your communication. It's also important that the method of communication be appropriate for that particular situation. If it's crunch time, a phone call rather than a fax or email will be necessary to make sure you get the job done. Just remember, though, if you're dealing with an individual that has selective memory, and we all know someone like that, it's always best to follow up with a phone call or some written communication. Another handy tip is to establish some sort of protocol for communicating with brokers, lenders, or other third parties to the deal. They should know when, where, and how it's best to reach you. Both written and verbal communication needs to be done effectively. Errors, misunderstandings, delays, all of those things are often attributed to poor communication. 3 things that affect communication the most are body language, that's 55%, 2, the voice tone, 38%, and words, 7%. You would think that words would carry the most weight, but they don't. When communicating verbally, here are a few other things to keep in mind. Make sure you're showing that you're actively listening. You want to make sure you avoid being defensive, negative, or critical, and establish some sort of common ground or interest with the person that you're speaking to, and make sure you show concern or empathy for the problem that's at hand. There's so many things that a contract processor has to do, but communication skills is definitely a top priority, something that you want to make sure that you get to be really good at. Well, that's it for now. You've been listening to the Mortgage Training Spot with Stephanie Graham of CompleteMortgageProcessing.com. We hope you enjoyed it. If you're already a subscriber, we'd certainly like to thank you for being one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Just go to themortgagetrainingspot.com or look for us in your iTunes directory.